We are now joined with Shawn Elliott, the head coach of Georgia State. If you have a question for Coach Elliott, please dial *1. Again, *1 to get in the queue to ask questions. Good morning, Coach. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for joining us. And to our members of the media, please dial *1 to get in the queue to ask questions. Coach, while we're waiting on that, would you mind starting us off with an opening statement?
Yeah, this past weekend went down to NC State and, fought hard for as long as we could right there and kind of got away from us there at the end. We came out of there with a lot of improvement in a lot of various phases of our football team. I think we made some adjustments in our assignments and our communications with our offensive line up front. We played hard and tough, and I thought defensively, we held our own for the most part of the line of scrimmage. I think we limited them rushing the football for about 115 yards, but gave up a little bit too much pitch and catch from a really fine quarterback with them. So we had to put that to bed and make our adjustments and corrections and get our focus on a shorter week. We play Memphis this Friday evening. So we're focused and working hard today on the Memphis Tigers.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Dan McDonald with The Advocate. Dan, please go ahead.
Morning, Coach. You talked about the short week early in the year. Y'all have already played a couple of short week games starting the season on a Thursday. How much do you have to change your routine, change your preparations for when you do have the short week?
The Thursday night contest is a little bit different than the Friday nights. Ultimately you're only playing about a 12-hour difference if you play Saturday at 12 and to a Friday night game. So we're not changing anything. We're going exactly the way we've always done. We got our Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So we're doing it exactly the same exact way. Nothing has changed for us.
And one more question. I know it's looking ahead a little bit, but you've got a peer conference game next week when you host Western Michigan. The league was 3-0 against Conference USA and was 6-3 overall this past weekend. Are you surprised by the success the league has had outside the conference and going forward? What do you see in more non-conference games against the peer conferences?
Our conferences, we've got some talented football teams. I just want you to understand that. I mean, from top to bottom, I think we're well coached. I think we've got good skill. Our fertile ground of recruiting helps us out in that aspect of it. But not surprised at all to see success of the Sun Belt Conference. If you look at our recent bowl records here the last couple of years, coming out on top almost, I think we finished leading the bowl win-loss a year ago. So there's some good teams and good quality coaches in this league. So I'm not one bit surprised by the success out of conference.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir.